Guys, I have to go outside. I just have to check. My mom's gonna just tell me when. And we'll continue hard mode later. Seems like, okay, this is called the block scene. In the war, when you have the strongest army. But they're bad. They are on the side of the yellow. But then they're also at the side of the red. Yeah, seems like it's because they're yellow. Yeah, this is the last stand. Give us the money! Okay, yeah, seems like the corner here and they give us a number. This song is a banger. Okay, there's Exponent. He shoots big missiles that are bigger than general missiles. They're like nukes, mini nukes. And look, they're firing it a barrage. Let's see Exponent come. He's really slow. So yeah. Oh no, this dude's running. Okay, yeah, he's gonna get destroyed by him. Oh no, Sword Master is gonna get destroyed. Sword Master got destroyed. Now Sword Master again. Okay, he got destroyed, but he's gonna get killed off. Please, heal up the 10,000. Yes, 10,000 finally. Please they can also try and destroy all the others to max out. These two, when at the last round they can solo Exponent. So let's try again. Actually, let's only leave one of these. Actually, no, two because it's a little harder to get them. So we need two. Two of these dudes. And since they also need healing, we will have that sound. We need them left. Who's this green dude? Oh no, I think there's someone just... Yeah, not this. Everybody wants the sound now, but I don't know why the sound works. It's basically like Minecraft Steve or something. Like, oh! $600,000! It's gonna touch you. But now he's flown away from them. But they're so fast, they can literally go through here. They can go through here, they can knock him out from here. Or they can go from here, then go here, then go behind them. And this dude's still here, so we were like, boom. Okay, yeah. He's good, he's good. Yeah. He go to yellow team. So there's an amount. pizza places like before my papa comes here. I'm not Spanish or anything or Chinese. I'm not that. I'm speaking English, but I'm actually Filipino, of course. Everybody already knows that. So now let's go. Okay. Let's go and try. Let's try the advanced. Okay. I wonder what we can do this. It's fine without Mr. Tech because it already generates money itself. But we can remove shell. Nah. Actually, yeah. We're already good. Yeah, actually we don't need cloner. We just need like some healing. And for the spawners, we need healing for spawners. So yeah. And we're also saving up to get heavy gunner so we can try and beat the flying jetpack dudes in the air from, I don't know. Yeah, let's just try the pizza place out. Which map? Anything? Wait. What's that sound? Okay. But let's try this. This is my favorite one. It's at easy, so it will give you lower. Wait, I forgot we're gonna try graveyard with it. We're gonna be intermediate. So if we can't do that before my dad comes, well, it's unfortunate. Well, we can't do auto skip for a very long time because those pizza trucks can literally, even if with no cloner, that pizza truck is gonna destroy the general and exponent. I just saw general got destroyed in like seconds. But we can beat the hard mode because we don't have anything that can meet 15 range and has a lot of fast damage speed. The only ones that can do that are Rocketeer and Heavy Gunner. So we're gonna have 4 times more. No. 2 times more. No, 2 times. How can we do that? Since these already spawn like money makers, we can have this first. It's an ordinary restaurant with a driver that throws pizzas at the enemies and they do 1 damage, but when they ran into him, he has 50 health, so with 8 health, they can destroy like a few more. We can face another. Pizzas. Oh no, he has to ram into them. No! He oof. Yeah, we need to get this. We need to get 4 of these ASAP because the massive floor and they're overpowered. And this one, even though it's not overpowered, you can only get 2. Why? This thing is overpowered, but this thing is not overpowered, but you can only get 2. I was thinking it would like have more. The same like I was thinking for the. Why am I thinking of upgraded tower defense? Why? I don't even like that player. I don't know why. I'm not gonna play from 10 seconds or 15 videos for a while because there's a lot of stuff I don't want to see because I don't know what to say this. What is this? There we go. The last one, I'm gonna forget other of this video. Yeah, we don't really care. We don't really care because don't try to much to do. He's immensely powerful. Just to be a pizza driver. He's immensely powerful. They attack by using pizzas. Pizza attack. Pizza attack. Pizza. And you'll need a lot of money stacked into this. Bigger division. Look at the figure. We're gonna fight Exponent. The trolleys are gonna destroy everything. Do you like pizza? You like pizza pepperoni? And then, by the way, every tower in hard mode is from the tower list in this. Like, well, there's no Mr. Doombringer or anything, but there is, like, you can have a no kick challenge. We do need to go next. You can skip this one. What's that sound? Why is that chili belly?
Tower Defense Simulator has this mission quest system. Basically, by completing a series of objectives, you can earn some currency and an entirely exclusive skin. There are 7 different quests, but 3 don't really count. The prizes for Tech Technician and Suppressing Fire can both be easily obtained from the Phantom Crate, and the Chance of Drizzle skin was obtainable from a crate prior to the update. The remaining 4, though, are truly exclusive. You can only get them through these quests, and some of these objectives are truly brutal. The first one up is in Roblox Tower Defense Simulator, this is a normal zombie. Very basic, very weak. You can take him out with pretty much any attacking tower. And this is a nuclear monster. He has 1.5 million health and is a fair bit trickier because in TDS there are currently 7 different game modes, ranging from very easy to hard to this guy. And I set out to try to beat them all. So first of all, we got clear the easiest game mode first, which is Molten. Now TDS has 3 kind of standards, with this one being fire themed. But I mean, compared to the others, it's essentially an automatic win if you're a level 200 player with every tower unlocked. And Molten was the only game mode I played with no teammates, using this loadout with some pretty rare towers. Gold Scouts for early defense, Farm for money, Accelerator for DPS, and DJ and Commander for their buffs led me to Wave 40, where I faced the first of the bosses, the Molten boss. He's an incendiary demon, but not that powerful, having only 70,000 health and some stunning and summoning abilities. I mean, I took him down really quickly. Yeah, things are gonna get about 1,000 times harder from here, with this next mode being normal. Now this mode is technically meant to be easier than Molten, but the developers messed up the balancing just a little. TDS game modes typically have 40 waves, yet normal mode has 30, which means you do fight less zombies, but you also face the stronger variants much earlier, like these shadow zombies appearing on wave 9 rather than 13, or the slow boss appearing on wave 16 rather than 22. Still, the specialty zombies for normal are, as you might guess, pretty mild. I mean, you have the Strongs, which, like, they're not really that strong. And of course, the Gravedigger as a final boss. I recruited the team for this, as I would for every other mode, and while I had some problems later on, in this match, everyone had high tier towers and was very chill, easily letting us take down the boss, as the Gravedigger only has a few abilities and just 40,000. Now, however, the difficulty takes an immediate step up with Fallen. These zombies are about as advanced as the standard versions get, yet still not as powerful or unique as the standalone game mode, and with no real special abilities or anything, just kind of with 4 players, all very highly leveled. This was a straightforward game. Cowboys and quick bosses were elite defense, and by the end game, we had 8 mortars, 6 engineers, however many accelerator distances, and a bunch of other soldier towers, and we shredded the Fallen King, possibly the most iconic boss, with his black and purple colorings and energy-themed attacks. But 150,000 health is still not really that much. At this point, you might be like, wow, already 3 game modes now. This is just going swimmingly right now. Next, we move on to the standalone game mode, of which there are 4, and the easiest of which is Pizza Party. In this FNAF-themed game mode, you defend a pizzeria from a variety of puppet-themed zombies. Things started out rather poorly in this one, as we were all generally too invested in the one game, and were underprepared for the skill boss. Yeah, in this mode, the towers you normally defend with have been turned into complete enemy versions of themselves.
Why am I saying hanger?
Honestly. And this boss delivered us some fat damage. I tried to beat every single map in Roblox Tower Defense Simulator. On Roblox, hundreds of tower defense games have been created, from passion projects to cheap cash grabs and everything in between, with player counts ranging from 0, a lot of zeros, to over 400,000. I was curious, which of these games are actually good? My criteria here was pretty simple. Basically, I searched up tower defense, and I played all these games. I didn't play anything with 0 players because the majority of those games are just stolen or nothing. And there are definitely some smaller games I missed out on, but I did play all the obvious ones. From low quality passion projects to garbage slop games to pay to win child gambling to Skibidi Toilet, I want to experience it all. I also gave each game a rudimentary ranking as I went, ranging from 1 to 10. This is meant to be a 100% objective review of each of these games. I haven't put enough time into each of them for that. It's for fun. It's my silly take after playing for a bit. Feel free to comment if you disagree. So, very first game.
Strength in numbers! Destroy the weak!
TDS is the face of the standard TD game. By that I mean there's no crazy gimmick or anything, it just does the basics very well. Visually, I think it does the best presentation of any of these games. The UI and towers are all professional studio quality. Everything is fully realized and extremely polished. And I have my own skin in the game, it's just too base. The gameplay is fast-paced enough to not be boring, and the boss and enemy design is universally great. Beyond that, TDS is a game with a lot of history and iconic moments too. You could write a 50-page essay on all the drama and controversy and funny moments that have occurred over the years. I don't know what other games come close to the amounts of tomfoolery here. I obviously have a strong connection and bias towards this game, but I do genuinely think that TDS is the best TD game. I attempted to get the Lost Souls badge in TDS. The Lost Souls badge is a special challenge in TDS's Pizza Party mode, where if the full... I decided to spend a full week in Roblox Tower Defense Simulator, starting from a completely fresh account with nothing unlocked, to try to obtain the rarest towers, kill the strongest zombies, and see how much progress I can make. Now, for context, on my regular account, I have every tower, hundreds of skins, some emotes, a name tag, verified flare, but now, all that progress will be erased as I became Propagami, a brand new account I made with an untraceable pseudonym. I gave my avatar a bit of style, I like this oversized sweater, and hopped in game for day 1. Now, in Tower Defense Simulator, or TDS, your main goal here is to unlock these towers who fight for you. The more expensive they get, the stronger they become in return, until eventually you have little guys with particle accelerator guns melting down zombies. But here, I just had the scout and sniper towers, which everyone gets for free. So, in order to buy some bear towers, I need to try to get a win. So, I started asking around to see if anyone would be willing to help out a poor little level 0 player like me. This group said no. But then the Skype Blake was like, like, sure, I'll help. And he was someone experienced, being level 20 and carrying some upgraded towers that I knew would help us a lot. So we got in an elevator to join this map here, Meltdown. Handy Dan also joined, although I didn't get to check out his stats before we loaded into the game. So I hoped he was like level 100 or something. Upon joining, I immediately changed my settings a bit and turned off the dialogue. Blake told me to play scouts for early defense, so I complied. And you can see how average they were. Still, the zombies that spawned in on these early waves were all pretty weak, so it was okay for now. Blake was using farms to generate income, although he had to leave his computer to go eat. So he friended me and left Handy Dan and I to defend until he finished munching. This is where I learned that Handy Dan had only one more tower than I did. Uh-oh. Now, in this challenge, the only advantage I had was my own game knowledge. So in this first game, I focused on snipers rather than scouts. They had a slower fire rate, but higher damage, and importantly, great range to cover the whole path. I asked Dan for his thoughts on the run, and he replied, "Good." So yeah, things were not going too badly at all. Blake popped back in on wave 17, the mid-game, to place one of his specialty towers, Warden, but then had to go again. It instantly did as much total damage as the scout I had placed way earlier, because this thing is strong. It lets take down the Necromancer and the Molten Zombies, neither of whom had that much health. Yet, as the game continued, with Blake still AFK, things were getting a tad precarious, and when he finally returned to wave 31, yeah, Blake's reaction here was definitely justified, as we barely squeaked that one out. From here, he began placing more Wardens, along with his last tower in Electroshocker, which stuns zombies using electricity. These both massively improved their defense, and soon we were practically spawn killing zombies. After some inspirational words from me and Dan, we managed to reach the final wave. Now, in TDS, each mode goes to 40 waves, where a boss then spawns. In this game mode, it was the Molten boss. And I'm gonna be frank here, this did not go very well. He made it past most of the towers, only having lost 15 out of the 70,000 health he had. I began to sell and replace my towers, which was really all I could do, and Blake did the same, but despite all our effort, all that hope, we just couldn't do enough. In over a 4.5 minute long final wave, we managed to get the boss down to his final piece of health, but couldn't finish the job. Still, not bad for the first day, considering my loadout would only be improving from here. We all said GG and went our separate ways. And I earned 75 experience points and 400 coins, bringing my level straight up to 1, and providing me with a bit of spending money for better towers. So for day 2, I started off by buying my first tower. With the money I had, I could only choose between Paintballer, Demo Man, and Soldier, so I chose the Explosive Space Tower. As for a beginner unit, it's got some solid DPS, and the splash damage effect is pretty good. After perusing the lobby for a little bit, I managed to kinda sneak into this match, and it was funny because it was me and Alciras, who both had pretty much nothing, and these two people, both named Jacques, who had really strong towers. The Demo Man was definitely a step up for me and let me help out the team a little more, but it was obvious the two Jacques were doing all the heavy lifting. The highlight of this match was definitely when Jacques #1 started playing the SpongeBob fail sound through the DJ custom music button. Since we were on easy mode, the amount of waves is 10 less, and we reached the final boss quickly, the Gravedigger, with only 40,000 health. Alciras was like, "It's so over. It's so over. We're so back." Yeah, we took down the boss pretty easily. My teammates' towers were strong, and I earned half of the coins I got from losing the Molten game. Normal mode is not really worth playing. The main benefit here was the EXP bonus, as beating a game mode for the first time always awards you bonus EXP prize, which here brought me all the way up to level 4. Still a fair way off the level unlock base towers, but progress is progress. I ran another attempt at Molten mode by just inviting totally random people from the lobby to team and seeing who would join. This run was marred with complications. First, one of our 4 teammates left, and then I realized I couldn't place towers or do anything. I did have $1 million. Because with a glitch that would there become reoccurring, the game failed to load in my team. I had to leave the game, open TDS again, use the rejoin feature, go through another loading screen, and finally get back. Meaning we were already a third of the way through the match before I could place anything. Our team chemistry wasn't great, as I realized Ronald was also a beginner. Player had a mini in their tower, but he was a bit too committed to farming. Ronald and I were literally fighting for our lives lives out there. Like, we were on our last leg here, and bro is maxing every farm, which I do respect actually, I like that. And when we finally got all the money he needed, he started to fully upgrade minigunners, and things got a bit better, letting us reach the final wave for my second attempt at the Molten Boss. There were a lot of little problems here. Player not selling all his farms and not moving his towers, Ronald really only being able to play soldiers, and me just spamming pretty weak demo man. We got very close, taking the Molten Boss to only 11,000 health, but we still ended up failing. And that was it for day 2. Okay, doing a bit of live commentary for day 3 here. So far, things haven't gone great. I've not gotten that first Molten one yet, and I really need to step it up. I need to start playing a lot more. Now, I did get a lot of coins yesterday, but I still think I just want to save to try to get, like, a better tower, a mid-range tower, rather than just, whatever it's that. Like I said there, I knew I needed to step up this day. I started off strong by just randomly jumping into this match at the last possible second, which was weird because the map didn't load in for a while, so we were just playing in the void. My teammate Richest Noob had some pretty solid towers, and he farmed for a while, as me and ABD used their beginner towers to defend, and I was pretty confident. Richest Noob spammed medics and minigunners, and after my asking, he got Commander Tower down, one of the best units in the game since it gives a passive boost to all nearby towers. Reaching the Molten Boss for the 3rd time, finally, things went well. With a ton of minigunners and other assorted towers, our damage was solid throughout, and we took him down, earning me 500 coins, more EXP, and another badge reward. After everything, I was now level 9, one shy of unlocking a 5th tower slot. So next, I played a few games with this guy, Retro, who was a bit of an anomaly because he was a level 100 plus player with some rare towers. Now, there are definitely some somewhat elitist high-level TDS players who are kind of unlikable, but there's also people like Retro who are down to just chill and play the Molten match with noobs like me. We played our first game on Construction Crazy, admittedly a very poor matchup for me, since there is barely any space, but he agreed to try to carry me. His strong towers, in particular his 2 stunning units, carried, and when we reached wave 40, Retro was mostly just chilling, just chatting with me, while I was tryharding to the extreme, moving all these towers like I was actually doing something. We got the boss slow, but did leave, and we actually ended up in the same lobby when rejoining. So we ran back again, this time with a full team. Honestly, it was actually kind of awkward just because neither of the 2 new players said a single thing the whole game, or actually said one thing, one time. But in return, we had much more firepower. Like I said here, we started spawn killing. And this time, when we reached wave 40, we were becoming exquisite, easily taking down the boss, earning more rewards. And after farming 2 quick losses, I earned enough coins for a new tower. Now, I was torn between Military Base and Rocketeer. Military Base would be better for the early game, Rocketeer would be better overall, and Military Base is more fun. It was an impossible decision. Or it would have been. If we go back to that Construction Crazy game, while we were talking, unprompted, Retro advised me to purchase some military base when I could, cementing the spawning tower as the clear choice for my next unit. Shout out Retro, the GOAT. Moving on to day 4, I tried sneaking my way into this group of high-level players, and they saw through my deception pretty quickly, so I randomly joined this guy, Percy ID's game, and he was like, 2 out of 2, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're gonna duo this? I don't know why. I advocated we try Fallen, the hardest base mode, and things didn't go very well. I didn't get to use my new tower at least, spawning in trucks that could destroy zombies. But Percy had no farm to make money, or any super strong tower other than Minigunner. I mean, I would have liked this setup if we had a full team. But with only the 2 of us, we were unsuccessful and lost fairly quickly. Next, I was in the lobby, these guys were saying some very bad stuff, and I hopped into the squad for a Molten game. Things started off by Pia asking Willow if they were a femboy. I include this because this was actually a decent interaction, where Willow was like, so what? And Pia was like, okay, yeah, so I shouldn't have gone there, you're good. A lot of TTS fans could learn from that. My teammates carried pretty hard here, as we got minigunners, sledgers, toxic gunners, commanders, etc., a bunch of good towers, while I just focused on my own grind, my military base. When the Molten Boss spawned, we chewed through him in the fastest run yet. 500 more coins, please, waiter. Day 5, I locked in heavy. First of all, I joined the Paradoxum Games group, as there's an in-game incentive where you start each round with an extra $100. And I somehow managed to play 3 games, almost all in a row, all on toy boards. I really wanted to get another tower today to flesh out my loadout, and I developed a strategy which was basically to just hop in random, higher-level people's games, only place military bases, and maybe one or 2 feminine depending, and hopefully good enough to carry me the whole game. Which didn't work out in this first match here, as we did not really have, like, any good towers, towers split between the three of us, and then just the two of us, as Reverse left me and Skelly to lose on our own. After joining back to the lobby, I got randomly invited by this person, Nice, and he ended up sending the team to a whole new mode, Pizza Mart. Now this was one of 3 modified modes, which have much better rewards, but are also a lot trickier game. There's normally this level 25 check on the other two, but for whatever reason, Pizza Party allows all levels, to play at least. To do well, no. My military-based strategy wasn't working very well, as the team and I here just kind of floundered around. We did not have the sauce, and we ended up losing. Although the rewards were actually quite nice for such a quick loss. I then played my other 4 board games. In the first one, the team was fully kitted out with turrets and minigunners, so I just did my thing in the background and we got it up. The next game was pretty similar, albeit even a bit stronger, as Remain has a level 100 tower pursuit, and Z-Dog had 2 golden towers, which are a whole other thing to immerse. He also had the minigunner with the 2020 bunny skin, which, side note, why does the bunny suit become green on the final level? It looks so strange, so weird. This guy, Sir Kevin, was a bit of a goofball. Shout out Dark Wizard Money Gang, shout out the in-game unit cap, shout out the subscribe button. So this is Tower Defense X. Tower Defense Simulator released a special event in collaboration with Roblox itself, The Hunt, an event in-game with multiple modes.
Look at them.
Copy 724, set a maintain 2000.
One hit.
Maintain 2000, 724.
Yup, he there. He oof.
And special prizes. So, I said, Tower Defense Simulator is not normally a super competitive. Finally, I decided to attempt solo hard. There are currently 38 different. So this is 138 different units in Tower Defense Simulator, plus 6 golden variants.